Good day to our distinguished guests, speakers, and attendees who have gathered here today for this wonderful and momentous closing ceremony. Before we begin our program, we request everyone who is in the Zoom meeting room to please pin the participant box name stream STREAM. So it's been 2 weeks of intensive and productive technical and social programs that I hope everyone enjoyed. I believe that all of you have done a very good job throughout the 12 days of our workshop. In this year's Association of Pacific Rim University's Undergraduate Leaders Program 2021, with the main theme Sahaya, Science and Arts Harnessing the Youth Advocacies, we envision to give light and hope, which is the meaning of the word Sahaya in the Tausug language of the Philippines. Through this event, we are hoping that you, our youth leaders of Asia Pacific, will be empowered to pursue your potential, embrace the inner passion within yourself, and improve your leadership skills and creativity to meet emerging challenges in the Asia Pacific and to the rest of the world. I am touched by your empathy to your fellow Earthlings, whether other animals, plants, and other dwellers of this planet. Work together for a healthier planet and a compassionate and inclusive world. Always remember that as leaders, you are problem solvers. Let us now move to the most interesting part of the ceremony. Part of the 12-day workshop is preparing a short vlog that reflects on the lessons and takeaways that our young leaders have gathered. Our participants are not just future leaders and trailblazers, but also positive influencers, encouraging their fellow youth to actively engage in solving the world's problems for the benefit of the generations to come. We are privileged to be able to watch over them as they have developed and enriched their sense of responsibility, using their creativity to contribute to the betterment of society. Let's all watch the result of their hard work through these vlogs. Let me call in the groups. Group 1, champions, the screen is now yours. Go ahead, Group 1.
Do you shop more than what is necessary? Do you eat more than 2 portions of meat a week? Or do you order takeout with plastic containers?
The issues are all part of a larger global problem of overconsumption. Overconsumption is witnessed across the globe, affecting all communities across the socio-economic scale. By focusing on SDG 12 and 13 and looking at several country case studies, we can see this problem, and more important, how we can solve it.
Did you know that plastic packaging waste are expected to increase by 300% due to an increase in online shopping? Think before you purchase. You already have enough, you don't need more. One less plastic at a time, be kinder to the world.
Did you know 48% of New Zealand's greenhouse gas emissions come from agriculture? And methane is a similarly large pollutant across the globe. Overconsumption of meat creates cumbersome agriculture industries whose large methane emissions pollute the environment. So next time you shop for food, you have a choice. For example, in Ecuador, you can choose between supermarket meats or fresh fruits and vegetables sold by indigenous people just outside the supermarket.
Did you know that 100 million plastic items every week are from takeouts? Takeout is a great way to support businesses and enjoy your favorite food at the comfort of your home. However, the plastic waste accumulated is high, and we can use our own cutlery and use biodegradable packaging that won't accumulate in our homes and landfills.
Las opciones son millones, pero solo hay una decisión consciente.
Bilang mga tao, dapat nating paigtingin ang kamalayan sa pangangalaga sa inang kalikasan.
If we slowly change our lifestyles, we can each make a difference.
With a bit more empathy, we can see a real change in this world.
Magtinabangay ta para sa magmalambuong kalibutan.
Even a small change in our mindset can have a huge impact on how we consume products. Are you over-consuming your planet?
Thank you, Group 1, for that wonderful presentation and for championing to get rid of greed and apathy in the society. Let me now call on Group 2, and they call themselves the Youth Advocates. Group 2, go ahead.
Hong Kong lacks conservation mind. Development always goes first. Mudflat, Chinese white dolphin, all gone.
Here in China, along with the relatively rapid development of economy, come various problems. Climate change is destroying the environment. The gap between the rich and the poor is widening. But still, few seems to be aware of these problems.
Ecological destruction and ecological environmental pollution appeared with the process of population growth and industrialization construction.
The Philippines is the country with the most food insecure people in Southeast Asia in 2019.
In the Philippines, our coastlines are littered with trash.
71.5% Indonesian people choose to treat their diseases themselves, which resulted in neglected medical care.
The number of incidents of our country is the biggest in the world, which means that Japanese people have made so much carbon dioxide compared to other countries.
Experiencing higher temperatures, more extreme droughts, fire seasons, floods.
In Ecuador, it is necessary to strengthen the mechanisms and institutions that guarantee the access to rights for all the citizens, including peoples and nationalities and people in situation of mobility.
What can we do? The government don't listen to us. We are too young and no power, no capital.
Sometimes I feel uneasy about the path we are walking.
Nah, man, I don't think we can do anything at all. We are still so young and we don't have much say about what happens in our country.
Everything starts with small steps. We, the youth, can do something to incite change, and it doesn't have to be big.
I have done community development in my community to raise awareness about doing medical checkups regularly and providing them with the media to do so. People in our community are actually able to consult with us medical students from our university freely for their health issues.
I promote recycling in CHK, setting up collection points for Tetra Pak in campus. Moreover, I also actively join educational projects, introduce local plant species and their ecological value to primary students, hence showing people how beautiful our nature is and how we should protect it.
I've participated in various voluntary activities. I myself always lead a green lifestyle and I advocate eco-friendly concepts around me. This semester, I work as an intern student at the Nature Conservancy to contribute to the environment protection programs in China. And now I am here, talking about these problems with youth leaders all over the world, learning and discussing together what we can do to our shared future.
In the face of the degradation of our ecosystem, we are making concerted efforts to protect other life in the world. Through the internet and social media, my peers and I emphasize the importance of protecting our ecosystem to more people.
People experiencing financial or social disadvantage are at most risk, and this is why advocacy is important.
I'm working on a project called Isidro under the mentorship of Rare Crop Science, which aims to promote urban agriculture in a small community in General Trias, Cavite. I also just started a mini urban farm on a terrace where I grow crops like sweet potatoes, garlic, and tomatoes.
From my agency, I have been able to support vulnerable human groups to access their human rights through civil society and the state. This has allowed me to get to know closely the diverse realities of people who need urgent attention to fulfill their life plans. In this way, I have decided that my mission in my community is to continue my training to help more people and build a better, more inclusive and empathic society.
I make it a rule to separate my trash in accordance with the rule of municipality I live in. My policy may be not big enough, but I believe a lot of jobs make a shift to change our beloved planet.
The reason our coastlines are filled with garbage is because of single-use plastics, plastic bottles, and wrappers. We need to stop buying these, PET bottles or water bottles when we can use reusable ones made out of wood, made out of metal. As a youth leader, I've constantly been petitioning and advocating for people to stop using single-use plastics that ultimately end up in our oceans and end up back in our shores.
It's important that we take change seriously today.
These problems are not really created.
They've been handed down to us.
So we are going to do something about it today.
It is not that difficult.
Go to take the first step.
Now it is time for action. For us, for the generations to come, for our common future.
Wow, what could be more important than our young leaders contributing now to the problems and solving them? And so let me now call on to the most delicious group, Group 3, and they call themselves avocados. Go ahead, Group 3.
As a special feature on the educational support that volunteer offer to help students during COVID-19. Every day, students are going to school, meeting classmates in the classrooms, taking classes, and learning new knowledge. This is a scenery of school that everyone imagines. However, the pandemic in 2020 has definitely changed the way of life, especially of school kids. Instead of having the usual face-to-face classes, most countries were struggling to provide online classes for students. Thanks to innovative education technology, such as Zoom, students like us can participate in lecture anytime and anywhere. However, the new learning system also has a lot of disadvantages. Online learning tends to be more one-sided. Lectures by the teacher, it is more difficult to maintain concentration for students and also harder for them to ask any questions. There are also adverse effects on health, such as deterioration of eyesight. Please introduce yourself, your name, your age, and occupation.
Hi, I am Min Jae-yoon, and I'm a university student who have been doing volunteer work for like 3 years.
Hi, I'm Elena. I'm 4th year high school student, and I I'm not so good at math.
Hi, I'm King. I'm in my second year junior high school.
In what situation were you in during the pandemic?
With online lessons, I have less chance to meet people and have more time to spare.
Because of online classes, I have to spend all of my day in front of my computer.
I would say that our house is not conducive for learning. Because of the lockdown, everyone's at home, and I have rowdy siblings, so I always get interrupted while I'm studying.
I had to stay at home and take all the classes online.
Why did you decide to volunteer?
I had been doing volunteer work at a childcare class where I met middle school students and spent time together. So I decided to take part in this volunteer work where I can help students staying at home studying alone.
I'm bad at math and I cannot follow the online classes, and I'm ashamed to ask teacher about questions. I thought it would be easy to ask questions for a tutor who are close to our age.
Oh, I really need something that could help me with my concentration. And this online self-studying room where I could freely ask to other tutors or communicate with other tutees. It's really fit for my purpose.
I see that both of you participated to resolve your dissatisfaction with the study environment. What do you think are the advantages of participating in this online tutoring program?
I can meet students staying distant. I also can have experiences on conducting online meeting systems. As it is hard to converse all my emotions directly, I get to learn to pay more attention when meeting them.
You know, there are people that I could talk to and I could communicate. And it's not just good for my education, it's also good for my mental health. And the lecturers, the instructors, they're really helpful and we could easily communicate with them.
Since I can ask any question, I have better understanding of studying than in lecture classes. And instructors' correction were polite and really helpful for me.
What are you struggling with?
As I mentioned, it is really hard to convey my emotions and exact knowledge.
I'm missing out the opportunity to learn. Learning is not confined to our modules, but actually is how we apply in the outside world.
In order to relieve the inconvenience that occurred during volunteer work and to build a better service environment, Team Avocado has established a new system called APRU. This is a system that can be used for online educational volunteer work. There are a few things that the system stresses on. First, tutor and tutee matching will be done in consideration of subject, interest, and personality. Second, all tutors must write a report and send it to the headquarters after their volunteer work. Third, we will open an open study room for students to come into Zoom meeting room at any time, ask questions, and communicate with our tutor. Finally, the runner will continuously monitor to ensure that tutoring proceeds smoothly by establishing a man-to-man relationship. It will help tutor and tutee to contact each other more comfortably. Are you willing to use the system later on?
It is a system that can make up for the shortcomings of online lessons and help students who are dissatisfied with the status quo.
Definitely yes. I don't just get help in this online setup, but I also get this kind of support, and it was really helpful through the process.
I'm glad that there's this platform where we could adapt and reach out to those online. Thank you for tutors.
As I proceed with my volunteer work, I can never feel more involved in this society. I feel grateful and content every day that I can energize others' lives. And with the EvoEdu system, it became more convenient to talk to the students and help them out.
As of the moment, I feel like this would suffice. But I know that as long as not every student is given the right accessibility, we can never release ourselves from the shackles that tend to burden us. And I am hopeful that one day we will live in a world that is more adaptive and more inclusive.
Volunteerism is of uppermost importance to expand the connections between people and broaden knowledge. Now, more than ever, youth leaders need to be more aware of reaching quality education, reducing inequalities, and building partnerships for the SDGs to overcome the global pandemic. All together, whatever it takes. Avocados.
Thank you, Avocados, for that very apt presentation. We are all on the same boat with this virtual learning. And so now let me call on Annie. She wanted to present herself, the videos or vlog that they have actually prepared for this program. Annie, please turn on your mic.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. This is Annie from Team Markers. Throughout the last 2 weeks, we have learned a lot from all around the world, issues and problems that we are facing, from digital literacy, socialized housing, creative movement to edible landscape.
That is why we thought of Happyland, a place where everyone collaborates and works together to achieve a better present and future.
In our video, Happyland is facing problem. However, Happyland cannot solve it by itself.
We believe in the value of advocating the importance of cross-border cooperation.
Because not everyone can do everything, but everyone can do something.
That's why the Prime Minister of Happyland has gathered the representatives from 5 different countries or regions. Let's take a look at the conference.
Welcome to 2021 Supporting Happyland Conference. I am Sunshine and I am the Prime Minister of Happyland.
Good morning, everyone. I am Carlos and I'm the representative of Ecuador.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Annie, the representative for the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region.
Good morning. I am Kun Woo Park and I'm the representative of South Korea.
I am Maiko Minami, the representative for Japan.
I am Margarita Tipton, the representative for the Philippines.
I gathered all of you today because I want to talk about my country's main problems. Happyland is no longer happy since we have been experiencing problems. The main problems that we are facing are, first, in Happyland there are a lot of transport pollution and traffic, so our citizens cannot commute in a safe and comfortable way. We have also been using too much energy, so we rely on outsourcing. The citizens here are not aware of the pollution, and we are just suffering from microdust. We also have landfills, and they are about to overflow. It's beyond our capacity. Additionally, there is a large amount of plastic that usually ends up in the ocean. I gathered you all here today because I wanted to ask, what do you do in your country on a daily basis to solve these problems?
So in Ecuador, we have big issue regarding CO2 emissions. The capital city, Quito, produces 5.1 million tons of CO2 every year, from which 2.8 million are produced by public and private transportation. To help reduce the transportation-related carbon footprint, there is a greener way of commuting in the city, electric scooters. A couple of years ago, private companies implemented the e-scooter service in the city. This type of transportation helps reduce the CO2 emissions by 69% compared to public buses and 43% compared to public or private cars. and it is a great way of reducing traffic. In my personal experience, I save up to 10 minutes when commuting to work by traveling in an electric scooter.
The University of Hong Kong has been awarded the highest performance platinum certification under LEED 2009, that is the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Conservation, for new constructions and major renovations, in recognition of its highest standards reached in terms of green features and energy efficiency. The LEED rating system is developed by the US Green Building Council and is the foremost program in the field for identifying high-performance green buildings in terms of their design, construction, and operation.
Korea is suffering from air quality issues. Expert studies have shown that in 2060, people who die because of air quality will jump up to more than triple the amount from now. For this solution in Korea, we have introduced an air quality indicator. People utilize this system in the same way we use weather forecast. If the high pollution rate is alerted, we avoid going out as much as possible. This useful system results in the decrease of number of people who are suffering from sore throats.
In Japan, garbage must be separated, and what the garbage wagon collects is determined by the day of the week. For example, plastic can only be thrown away on Tuesdays. Thanks for this effort, we have been able to successfully reuse resources. 93% of the plastic bottles are recycled. This contributes to a 0.1% reduction of greenhouse gas emission.
In the Philippines, we are likewise confronted with the same issue with plastic pollution. As a result, at least 20 of our cities have passed plastic and styrofoam-free ordinances prohibiting single-use plastics. In Baguio, this resulted in a 30% reduction in the volume of plastic waste generated. Citizens are also encouraged to bring their own shopping bags when shopping. Additionally, the government is now working on passing a bill to implement a total plastic ban.
Thank you very much for sharing your ideas. I hope people in my country will be happy again in the future.
My pleasure. Good luck.
Please tell us whenever you're facing problems.
We are all happy to support you.
Because we are living on the same planet.
And we are sharing the environment.
From working together, we could learn from each other.
That was a really beautiful presentation. Let us know when we can move to Happy Land, right? So let us now give a warm applause to all of the participants of Sahaya. We are proud of what you have accomplished in this 12-day workshop, despite the limitations of space and time, of course. During the opening program of Sahaya, we witnessed the heartwarming performance of UP Concert Chorus. I hope you can still remember that. As we close this year's APRU ULP, we are bringing them back through their rendition of the world-renowned piece titled Kruhay. Kruhay means welcome in Kinaraya, a language spoken in Central Philippines. The song narrates the festive arrival of the Bornean Datus in what is known as the province of Antique. The spectacular piece was arranged by Benny Castillon and performed by the UP Concert Chorus, the official choral group of the University of the Philippines. Let's welcome them. Thank you. Thank you so much, UP Concert Chorus. Once again, let's give them a warm round of applause. We know that you have made careful preparations and poured all your efforts for your participation in this 2-week workshop. Your excellent presentations have shown that, and we have all accomplished together the purpose of this leadership program. We hope that what you have learned will help you in your duties as young leaders for the stability of the Asia Pacific. Now let's look back at 12 days of enriching, productive, and fun activities through the montage that we have prepared for you. At this point, we would like to present the certificates to our participants who have been part of this historic installment of APRU ULP. Let me read the citation. The Association of Pacific Rim Universities, the Voice of Knowledge and Innovation, and the University of the Philippines award the Certificate of Participation to our Sahayas for actively participating in the APRU Undergraduate Leaders Program 2021. Sahaya Science and Arts Harnessing the Youth Advocacies, held from the 18th to the 29th of October 2021 via Zoom platform. This is signed by the chair of the APRU ULP 2021 Local Organizing Committee, Professor Emerita Grace Javier Alfonso, and the co-chair of APRU ULP 2021 Local Organizing Committee, yours truly. We deeply appreciate the efforts of our delegates who stayed despite the challenges that we are facing in these times. To our guests and friends who are watching us right now, let us get to know our undergraduate leaders through this video presentation. There you have it, our undergraduate leaders of the Pacific Rim universities. Now we give you a presentation from the Contemporaryong Gamelan Filipino or Kontra-GaPi of UP, the resident ethnic music and dance ensemble of the College of Arts and Letters, UP Diliman. Many thanks to Kontra-GaPi for gifting us with an aptly titled piece, Hamon sa Kasalukuyan, or Challenge of the Present, which we hope to leave a mark on our young leaders after this program. Kontra-GaPi never ceases to amaze. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. So during the socials or global cultural activity, the participants were asked to vote for their fellow delegate whom they think best represent this year's batch of APRU ULP participants. Together with the delegates of Sahaya, we have selected 2 undergraduate leaders to give a response on behalf of this year's batch of undergraduate leaders. Let's hear it first from Mr. Jonas Angelo L. Abadilla, a BS Chemical Engineering student from the University of the Philippines. Mr. Abadilla, please go ahead.
To all the organizers, Yorobun, annyeonghaseyo, minasan, konnichiwa, ni hao, buenos dias, magandang araw, and a very pleasant day to everyone. It is very heartwarming that we are all here, very happy with the smiles that reflects in our own eyes down to our last day. It is indeed a very humbling opportunity to work and meet with such powerful people from the different parts of the world. Before the program, I expected that I will learn many things from various disciplines and see each perspective from all the participants from different cultures. I was also very excited to meet new friends in this conference. Now, at day 12, this year's program never failed its purpose and vision. Right now, we have wider lens in seeing the problems in the world and amplifying calls and campaigns in free, accessible, and quality education, gender equality, and LGBTQIA+ community rights, human and democratic rights, protecting our environment, and helping our workers, our farmers, and our environmental defenders. I also just want to share this to everyone. During the vlog production in our groups, we gave our inputs from the very beginning, the brainstorming, listed advocacies, and problems encountered in our home countries. And at the end, we decided to select pressing issues that could be all tackled. However, we had difficulties in choosing a very specific topic that encompassed the essence of all our concerns within climate change and the different problems across the world. Also, our country's time zones limited us from working simultaneously. Despite these difficulties, we managed to make it work. We made sure to constantly communicate and keep each other updated. We took note of each member's limitations and resources and made collective decisions. This helped the groups immensely in terms of generosity and cooperation in order to pave the way for a better teamwork. From this program, I have learned many things personally, and I want to reflect on the ones that are very significant. And as leaders of our country, we need to be dedicated, determined, and persistent. From the videos we have made, it is important to raise awareness from the rising problems we are facing. And as human beings, we have an important role to play in taking care of the environment and amplifying the calls of the voices of those who can't be heard. And as individuals, we must be coherent with our message and our own lifestyle. And as leaders, we have the power and skills to empower others in forwarding our advocacies for the betterment of the world we live in. Now more than ever, before I close my speech, for now, the world needs aspiring leaders like you. Yes, you leaders who are watching right now, in stepping up to the different challenges ahead of us. Leaders that will be compassionate, leaders who know how to empathize to others, and leaders who are committed and understands the gravity of our responsibilities. Final advice to everyone, let's continue to soar for our collective struggle, for our common goal, continue to boldly step forward, continue marching towards the beat of our drums, and continue to become better citizens and children of Earth. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abadilla, for that very moving message. Let's give him a warm, positive reaction, hearts maybe, or thumbs up. And let's hear the response now to be delivered by Mr. Kun Woo Park, an industrial information design student from Korea University. Andrew, go ahead.
Hi, this is Kun Woo Park. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for choosing me to talk on this honorable podium. I was honored enough just by being part of this amazing conference. Flashing back to the 11 memorable days of the conference, I can say that this has been a wonderful experience. I have enjoyed listening to all the talks on how to make a better society in many different aspects. As a young leader who was always trying to make conversations on how to make a better world, I know that being in such a conference where everyone thinks the same way as you and share insights is not a common opportunity. I would like to appreciate to all the professors who shared their interesting researches to us and for making us aware of different topics that we never have even imagined or even thought to take action of it if it was in this conference. For example, thinking of how our food can impact our lives, or imagining and sharing how the next century would be. During each of the lectures activity, I felt free to be creative, encouraged to think different. Thinking of communicating with monkeys, or perhaps making dance moves to Filipino traditional music were things I would never imagine myself doing it. Michael and Margarita, thank you for leading me through the dance activity, and sorry for laughing a little too hard. This conference could not have been without the TVUP staffs. They were the ones who guided us when we were lost. They are the ones who took part of most of our projects. TVUP, you guys deserve the spotlight. Thank you. In our group, we once talked about problems of each representative country. During the conversation, one of our teammates said, "We have a lot in common. We should all help each other's country." I totally agree with this phrase. In the near future, where most of our young leaders will become leaders who actually has voice to change the society, we should all gather up again to help each other's country and to improve our society as a whole, not separated as countries, but as one planet. APRU means forward in Korean. I would like to say, let's go APRU. Thank you.
Let us give a warm round of applause to Mr. Park for an insightful and memorable response on behalf of the APRU ULP 2021 batch of participants. I didn't know that in Korean, APRU means forward, so APRU. So now, dear friends, there is a custom in the Philippines called Pabaon, which means that something a friend or loved one gives to the one who will travel and will be gone for a long time. Maybe this next number be a pabaon to all of you who will embark on a perilous but important journey, responding to the needs and challenges of the communities where you are in. Let us give a warm virtual round of applause to Assistant Professor Eman Jamisolamin of the UP College of Music for his rendition of Nahan, arranged by Jose Valdez and composed by national artist for music Hernani Cuenco.
Hi, I am Sulaiman Jamisolamin from the University of the Philippines College of Music. I would like to congratulate the organizers and participants of the Association of Pacific Rim Universities Undergraduate Leaders Program 2021. I will be serenading you with a Filipino song entitled Nahan, composed by the Filipino national artist for music Hernani Cuenco. Nahan, or Nasaan, means where. The song is about yearning for the love that has faded. Hope you enjoy my performance.
Thank you for that very touching Pabaon, Professor Eman. The historic virtual installment of APRU ULP would not be possible if not for the collective efforts of all the members of the organizing committee headed by the unwavering, multi-awarded, super talented Professor Emerita Grace Javier Alfonso. Let us warmly welcome her as she delivers her closing remarks for APRU ULP 2021 Sahaya.
Good day to all. I would not say that this is a closing remark or a closing speech because the undergraduate leaders program of APRU will not end here. These are but formal setups of honing your worldview and adding perspectives as you journey through changing our world. So this is a challenge and a reminder I will lay down to you. So University of the Philippines is truly honored in hosting this event. Our long and continuing tradition of a comprehensive, people-centered, and indomitable spirit to serve the society and the world is not just timely, but it is an apt analogy with APRU ULP advocacies and objectives. Our core principle of honor and excellence extends towards the realization of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, aspiring for a just, resilient, equitable, healthy, environmentally friendly, innovative, sustainable, and compassionate world. In these times of uncertainty and instability, we must strengthen our communities and hold our ground to remain human and loving. On behalf of the University of the Philippines, our sincerest gratitude to our participants for actively engaging, listening, and expressing your thoughts as we discuss the problems of our modern world. Your lenses are very important in this discourse because you will inherit all that is in our societies. And to all our organizers, the local organizing committee of Sahaya 2021, our university president, Professor Danilo L. Concepcion, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Cynthia Rose Bautista, the Secretary General of APRU, Dr. Christopher Tremawan, to our moderators who have been with us from the beginning up to now, Dr. Imee Martinez, Dr. Jose Wendell Capili, and Professor Richard Philip Gonzalo, to the 75 resource persons and 38 facilitators, and to the TVUP team, my admiration soars for your dedication and commitment. For 12 days, we were able to create a community of undergraduate leaders under these very difficult circumstances. But with light and hope, with Sahaya, we were still able to share our stories, our challenges, our dreams, our aspirations for our homes, communities, our countries, our culture, and our world. Remember that we must move as a community to address the world's problem, which is systematic and institutionalized due to human limitations and individual limitations and unwillingness to break away from the existing conditions that limit the possibilities of our people. But human kindness is a universality that we hold on to. We must magnify and excellently address the contradictions and the particularities to grasp a society that shares unconditionally. Let's make use of what we have learned here to widen the narrow path some of our people have been walking through. Maximize to defend our democratic spaces, to fight for our human rights, not only in your own country, but all over the world, to uplift the dignity of the oppressed, the marginalized, those who were displaced by war and violence, to the women who choose and will choose to stand their ground, for those who are fighting for acceptance and love. We will achieve all of this, but only through our collective action. The sun may soon set on many of us, but we are happy and assured that there are determined, competent, and brilliant young people who will face the sun as it rises again. I hope you enjoyed our short yet meaningful time together. We have prepared a short video for everyone to remind us that there will be better days, and as long as we can, we will strive to make it even better together. Maraming salamat at mabuhay po kayong lahat. This year's APRU Undergraduate Leaders Program, hosted by the University of the Philippines, with the support of Association of Pacific Rim Universities from 18 to 29 October 2021, with the theme, Sahaya.
I am very honored to welcome you to the very first virtual Undergraduate Leaders Program.
Good day, everyone. I'm very happy to welcome all of you to the second day of our Undergraduate Leaders Program.
I immediately thought of, wow, I want to start my own WordPress blog, my own YouTube channel.
Vloggers are now considered as content creators.
We are now on the third day.
That's right, Imee, and we're diving into one of the major problems countries all over the world face. like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you in our workshop for today.
Oh, Maiko, your drawing is very cute. A smiley face.
It is indeed a great pleasure and honor to welcome you to Day 6 of APRU's Undergraduate Leaders Program 2021.
We need to unite for the future, for the ocean we need, for the future we want.
It is my great pleasure to be your moderator for the 7th day of Sahaya. So I am gentle enough to soothe your skin, but strong enough to crack a rock. What am I? We have here air.
as a community of scholars and leaders, I know that we are together and we will move forward together.
What a wonderful 12 days. Let us all give ourselves a warm of applause for all the hard work that we have done. Before we close this ceremony, we would like to take this last opportunity to say on behalf of all the staff members, administration, guest speakers, and all the participants, congratulations. This workshop is not the highlight of the great applause, but rather accentuating the individuality on how far you set your limits. Wishing you the future prosperity of all participating youth and organizations and the stability of the Asia-Pacific region. Thank you for your attention, and to capture this memorable moment, we invite everyone to open their cameras and post your widest smiles for a group photo.
Click mo yung arrow next to the subdivision. Tapos ilalabas sa mga selection. So, yun, nakita ko na.
Photo time.
Allow me to take the photo. So kindly, I have two panels with me. So I'll take the first panel. Kindly smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm taking the second panel. So kindly smile. 1, 2, 3. Smile.
Smile, everyone.
Okay, got it.
Okay, thank you. We will miss you. Good luck, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank
Congratulations.
you. You were great.
Congratulations.
Good job, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It has been an honor and pleasure hosting all of you. Thank you very much for being with us through the long 12 days. Good luck on the next APRU program. And keep safe and stay healthy, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye. Congratulations. Take care, everyone.
Congrats, everyone, and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Ma'am Gigi. Thank you, Ma'am Iris.
Thank you. Always take care. Always take care. We love you. We love you all.
That's Ma'am Gigi. Direct Imee.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Grace. You're the best.
Thank you, Max.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Imee, congratulations.
Congratulations, Mama.
Thank you, Aisha. Congratulations to all of us.
Carl and Isha. Yeah. Thank you po.
Congratulations.
Oh, nandito pala si
Shirley, hello po.
Shirley.
Hello,
Sarap ng
congratulations.
pag-Shirley.
Thank you.
Thank you po sa lahat. Thank you rin po sa food at sa ating token.
Thank you. Thank you also. Congratulations, everyone. Ma'am Arlene, maraming salamat.
Miss A. Thank you, Miss A.
Thank you, Eileen.
Sir Wendell,
Salamat po,
hello.
Ma'am E. China.
Salamat sa lahat.
Thank you. Salamat. Bye-bye. Kung sino man po may hawak.
Congrats po.
Salamat TVUP, salamat Oil,
Congratulations to everyone.
salamat Team APRU, salamat Mother Gigi, Imee, thank you.
Hi, Sir Wendell.
Mahal ko kayo. Maraming salamat.
Si Ish nandito.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you VP Sinch.
Okay, we can stop, bro.